and thanks for giving me opportunity to speak in M365 Productivity Day. And I am NarasimaPerumal Chandramohan, and today we are going to see how you can boost your productivity using Microsoft Planner. So, few words about me. I am an Office 365 MVP for past 10 years, and I am the co-founder of GG Technologies and Asar Pro. And my company has products for migrating M365 between tenants. That is, we support the migration of Exchange, SharePoint, Teams, Planner, Power BI, Power Automate, Power Apps, the entire M365 suite between the tenants. And I regularly write blogs on M365 and how you can improve the productivity using M365. And I regularly speak on various events related to M365. Thank you. So, so our main agenda for the day is how we can use Planner Premium to improve your planning, and how you can use Copilot with premium features to deliver your projects productively. So the session is going to be mostly of demos. First, I will be walking through on basic demo on Microsoft Planner basic version, and then we will have series of demos on Planner Premium. First, we will see how you can utilize Planner Premium to with Copilot to create a plan, and how you can use the advanced project management features available in Planner Premium. And then we will be seeing about portfolios in Planner, how it helps your top management or your executives of your company. And finally, we will see how you can use a Microsoft Planner Project Manager agent, AA agent, which has been released on last November, and it has been rolled out recently. And let's see how the manager agent AA going to help you in your project management. So it is going to be completely full of demos. So let me switch to Planner. How many of you have used Planner, or you have been using Planner in your day-to-day work or in your regular workflow? How many are using Planner? You can give a thumbs up or something. Okay, no problem. So I'm on Office 365 portal, and I have opened the Planner app. You can open the Planner up from the tiles. And then once you have opened the planner, you can see a list of buckets. You will be seeing a board with a list of buckets and the task inside the buckets. Let me briefly speak about the history, how the planner has been evolved over the past few years. First, Microsoft has not offered a planner in their Office 365 suite. So earlier we had all the Office online apps like Word, PowerPoint, Excel, and everything, Outlook, SharePoint, OneDrive on cloud. But later they have introduced Planner, which is somewhat as a competitor for Trello. They have introduced a Planner, something a competitor for Trello. They have introduced Planner. And when Planner got released and it has been shipped out with Office 365 suite, it has a very wide acceptance, and it has been widely adapted across small companies, SMBs, and then small offices. They started using the planner immediately once it has been got rolled out. The main success for the success of Planner, Microsoft Planner, is that it's Kanban view. That is the board view that I have shared, that I am showing right now. So, which is something similar to Trello. What you have, if you have used Trello, you might be seeing the same kind of board there also with the Kanban board view. So, with the once the planner has been got rolled out, we have been in this Microsoft 365 space for more than 10 years. And we have seen once it has been rolled out, we have seen how it has been utilized in various small offices. For example, we have seen in attorney offices where they they are already using Outlook, SharePoint, uh, and OneDrive. But for task management, what the people will do is that they use Outlook task, or now it has been renamed as To Do. So in Outlook task, they maintain all their personal tasks, and this is how it went. And then for team task management, they go for some other tools, the third party tools, not something which is not something related to Office 365. But once Microsoft Planner has been released, the attorney officers, what they have done is that they create a plan, and these attorney officers mostly they will have a one or two attorneys, and they have a large subordinates or colleagues who works with them. And in a given day, they might be working with multiple clients. There might be work related to multiple clients, and they will be working in parallel with the multiple clients. So what they does is that they either created a different plan for each client, or what they have done is that they have uh, in a single plan, they have multiple buckets for client one, client two, client three, like that. They have multiple buckets, and they organize the task and everything. And at the end of the day, what the attorney generally does is that he will create all the tasks and put it in the buckets for each of the client, what needs to be done on the next day. And their subordinates or the colleagues start the next day. They will see the task and they will proceed on that way. It has been as simple as using, and it is a no-brainer thing. There involves no technical training or anything. And also we have seen a client who is a large glass manufacturing company. They have head office in Japan, and they have offices, manufacturing plants across China and US. And they manufacture glasses for various automobile industries like Ford, BMW, and Tesla. And the people who work there are more of a manufacturing side. They don't have very good knowledge on computer, and they don't know how to utilize the computer. Mainly these people, then the company got recently, they got their company modernized, digital workforce. They have modernized very recently. And the admin team and the deployment team, everything, everyone needs to make lot of efforts to utilize the tools. But when the planner has been released to them, it has been quickly adapted. It required a very little knowledge sharing or the training to the users, and it has been adapted widely across all the teams inside their company. So these are some of the successes uh, when the planner got released in Office 365. So right now, what you are seeing in my screen is Planner Basic 1, or the planner which has been released at very first with Office 365 Suite. So here, what I have done is that I have created a plan for an event management. To do that, what I have done is that I have created various buckets like venue, booking site, logistics, and agenda, and then agenda. And if I want something, any new bucket for speakers, I can have as a new bucket for speakers. And then if I want, I can create another bucket for attendees or VVIPs, something. I can create multiple buckets. And then inside each bucket, I have added multiple tasks related to venue. For example, in venue, I have added the task related to researching the potential venues, and then how going to arrange the parking and accessibility details and everything. So creating a task is very simple one. I just need to click add task, and then I need to provide some name or this little description. For example, I want to inquire about food options. Yeah, the task has been added. And if I open it, we can see the various fields like bucket, which has a venue has been added automatically since we have created under this bucket. And then in progress, we have is not started, in progress, and completed. And in priority also, we can have various priority like low, important, medium, like that. And then we have a start and end date. And if it is going to be a repetitive task, We can set it like every day this task needs to be done, or if you, for example, weekly status meeting or daily stand-up meeting, we can have a repetitive task like we can set this field. We repeat this task for every week, or repeat this task for every day. Like that, we can do that. And then each task has attachment. We can attach a OneDrive file or SharePoint file, or you can upload a file. And then we have checklist also. We can use this checklist as a subtask or as a checklist for the specific task. If you have created a task and you want to make sure the team member have checked all these options before booking the venue, you need to provide the list of points he needs to check. And then let me show you another thing. So here we have another field called tags. In tags, I can, there are, by default, they have provided a large set of tags with this different colors. I can edit this. For example, light blue, I can make it as tag as speaker or something. And then I can add it here. I can add it here. So from the board itself, I can understand whether this task is going to be high priority or if it is going to be a deadline sensitive or how it is going to be. And from an overview itself, I can see from the boards on without opening the card, I can understand how important this task is going to be using the various tags and everything. Now, now let's see on the schedule tab. In the schedule tab is nothing but a calendar view where all the tasks, suppose if you have added the start and end date for all the tasks, according to the start and end date, you can see the calendar has got filled out. Here you can see this unscheduled task. What you can do is that if you have any unscheduled task, you can automatically drag and drop. For example, I have an logistics, this task, the coordinate vendor deliverable, deliveries, catering, decori, audio and video. I want to schedule this. What I can do is that I can simply drag and drop here, and then I can extend what is going to be the start and end date. Like that, I can do that. It is so simple to use it. And then uh, you have various group by options like bucket assigned to. Right now, we have seen the bucket. Uh, uh, Suppose if you want to see the people view, like sorry, yeah, here we can see people view, how it has been allocated to various people like that. And then we have the grid view, like similar to Excel, where you can see all the tasks, something similar to a list of rows. So this is a simple planner experience I want to share first. Here, there are some drawbacks also. Here, suppose I'm on a board and then it is for group by bucket is set. Suppose someone has modified the task details. Maybe initially it has something different start and end date. Some of your team members might have changed their due date accidentally, or they have since Microsoft Planner runs on the top of M365 membership. So everyone in the group or M365 group going to have the same rights. So this means they can even delete the task also. Suppose if they have deleted the task, you don't know who deleted the task. These are the some of the drawbacks or the limitations of the Microsoft Planner basic version. And over the year, what Microsoft done is that once the planner has Microsoft seen the wide adoption of planner, the main reason for success is their UI, the simple to use Kanban board UI, and it is super fast and easy to use. This is the main reason for their success. So later, what they have done, Microsoft already have they have simple to use task management tools like to do in Outlook, and then they introduce Planner, and then they have for developers or for development they had Azure DevOps. There also you can see the boards, and there also you can do the planning, and then they have another spectrum. If you see Planner, it is simple to use one, and at the end, if you have some very complex project to manage and you have very complex requirements or something, whatever if you want, you can use Microsoft Project Server or Project Online. There you can manage all the complex projects, but it requires a learning curve and it is not simple to use. So we have two kind of spectrums. One, we have a very simple to use planner, and then on another end you have planner. Sorry, project online or project server on the other end. So Microsoft, what they have done is that they taken this simple to use UI, and then they have embedded or they have created a new version of project called project on the web. And over the years, this project on the web have been renamed and they evolved as Planner Premium. And right now, all the licenses, the SKUs everywhere, the name has been using as Microsoft Planner Premium, not project on the web. And to use Planner Premium, you need a Planner Premium Plan 1 license or Plan 3 or Plan 5. And if you want to use Copilot features, you need to have a Copilot license also assigned to the particular user. So we have seen what is Microsoft Planner basic one. So here it is going to be a very simple task management tool where you organize tasks with buckets and labels, and you visualize your work in Kanban board. And we have seen various views like a grid board, schedule chart, and everything. And it has been, it works in collaboration with M365. Basically, it uses M365 group membership. And then Microsoft Planner supports a recurring task. And then we have the email notifications. Suppose if a task has been assigned to you, or if it is overdue, or if there is any update, you will be receiving the email notifications. And apart from that, you have the checklist and attachments, and you can export your task to Excel for backup or reporting. For example, if you are going to delete this particular plan, or but you want to have something for your reference for a later period, you can export it and store it in your SharePoint or somewhere securely. So the main limitation is that it is very basic one. Yeah, suppose if you have something in an advanced type of requirement, what you generally people see in project, they can't have the timeline view or the dependencies like finish to finish, start to finish, like that. There are four kind of dependencies that we don't have in Planner basic one. And then you can't do the workload balancing, or you don't have the goals or advanced AI features, the Copilot feature. And mainly in Planner basic, you can't create custom fields. That's the main drawback in the basic Planner. The reason is that something in the starting of the demo, I have mentioned about the attorney office. There, they utilize Planner for working with multiple clients. Suppose they want to note it on how much time the particular colleague has spent working on with the client one, client two, like that. What they can do is that what their requirement mainly was that they want to have a separate custom field. They enter the date and then time, the time from which he has worked on the particular client's file, like that. So those features are not available. And then we don't have the portfolio management. And then it is very basic one, and without any full project management feature. To overcome that, Microsoft introduced Planner Premium. So now let's jump on the demo on Microsoft Planner Premium. First, what we are going to do is that we are going to use Copilot and create a Planner Premium plan. So I am on Planner, and then let me go to my plans, click New Plan. And then you can see the option to create a basic plan or the premium plan. I'm going to select the premium one. And then what I'm going to do is that I want to uh, create a plan for Office 365 deployment into my office. Currently, I assume that my company utilizes on-prem services like a SharePoint server, Exchange server, and we want to migrate everything to cloud. So I am naming this project as M365 deployment. I can pin this plan. If I want, I can add this plan to a specific group. I am adding this plan to my test group. Let me create the plan. In meantime, let me copy the prompt I required. So you can see the plan got created. Let me open the Copilot. And then I am giving the prompt like create a plan for M365 deployment to my company with required buckets. So I am asking the Copilot to create the buckets and then the subtask. And I'm saying that my current scenario. Currently, my company uses on-prem Exchange server, SharePoint server, etc. So let's see how Copilot can help me in this regard. So you can see the Copilot start thinking and it has outlined the important items and it is started building the plan. Okay, you can see the plan got created. Here, right now we are in the grid view and then let me switch to board view and see if the bucket has been created. So you can notice that this bucket is no longer required. It is empty one. And you can see the Copilot nicely created various buckets like assessment planning, Exchange migration, SharePoint migration, and other migrations, user training, post-migration support. And so I have an overview of my plan from end to end, from starting from planning to user training, adoption, and post-migration support. So the Copilot nicely created a plan for me. Now let's try various prompts in the Copilot. Let me try some other prompt. Let me switch to grid view. Uh, Now I want to create subtask for setup multi-factor authentication MFA. That is task number 13. I want to create subtask. So I am going to give a prompt like create subtask for task 13. Let's see whether it created the subtask or not. Okay, in meantime, it seems it is taking some time. In meantime, I want to explain few other concepts before jumping on the demo. So, if you in Microsoft Planner Premium, we have a specific feature called goals. So goals is something like you have your top management or your executive team, your management team have something on top of their mind. They want this project needs to be completed on specific day. They might have some plan like various phases. For example, of migrating the from on-prem to Microsoft 365 cloud, they might be having something in their top of their mind like first they want to provision all the users in cloud and they want to use hybrid mechanism for authentication. And then they want to start using Exchange Online first, and then they want to start using SharePoint and OneDrive, and finally they want to start using the Teams like that if they have something in their mind. So we can say those things, the something on top of their mind can be as goals. So we can create goals and then we can tie the task to those goals. So by this way, we can reduce the gap between the execution and the task. So the if you are doing if you are always on task oriented, the you can't achieve the whatever goals you have. But the goals are something related to or strongly binded with the execution type or the what the company wants, or what the leadership team wants, something like that. So it is taking long time. Let me refresh the page. Sometimes I'm seeing this behavior. Uh, the prompts are taking longer than as well. In those cases, when I refresh the page, sometimes the issues got resolved. So let's see. So now let's try to uh, add goals instead of subtask. Let me try to add goals. So let me copy the prompt for goals, add goals for M365 deployment. Let's see how it goes. Okay. So we can see the goals has been created. Okay, here you can see the goals has been created. Various goals has been created and it automatically assigned the task or it moved the existing task to the goals itself. So it is as much as very simple for me to create the goals using the Copilot. And uh, it acts as a personal assistant for a manager. He can already he might have some knowledge on what the project he is going to work, but it complements the manager's knowledge and we can quickly move forward and roll out a plan, draft kind of plan for initial discussions or something. So the goal has been created. And for each of the goal, we can have start date and end date. Uh, Now let me switch to another plan. Here too, I have created the goals and everything. Let me switch to boards and then you can see the goals here. Also here I have for demo purposes or for environment building, I have clearly added the start date, end date, uh, the priority assignments and everything already in place. And then now let's try the subtask again for task number 13. Let's see if it is going working or not. Seems this time it will work. Here you can notice that we have main category. The task number 11 is the main task, identity and security configuration. And then below that one level, we have set up multi-factor authentication MFA. And then below that, we have used Copilot and we have nicely created subtask also using the Copilot itself. Suppose assume that you have made all the assignments, you have assigned the dates and everything. Now, if you are developer space and if you have used Azure DevOps or if you are to Agile methodology, you may know the term called sprint planning. That is a time-bound action plan. Like you will have a three-week sprint, 2-week sprint, something. You will have a sprint planning. There you try to ship a usable version of the product in that time frame, a very usable one. So the development, testing, and everything will be completed in that time frame, and then you try to ship that to the customer. So These features are available in Azure DevOps and then also on Project Online. Now, Microsoft has introduced this feature, this sprint uh, in Planner Premium also. Let's see the sprints. I am on the board view and I am switching to sprint. Sorry, let me move to another project. Yeah, I am on the board view and I have grouped by sprint. I have already grouped the task by sprint. And then in filters, let me clear everything. Here you can see I have various sprints like sprint 1, 2, 3, and then I have assigned the timeline also, when this specific sprint going to start and end. And then I have the backlog. These items or the task has not been assigned to any of the sprint. So I can use this view and then I can move this backlog item to either of the sprint 1, 2, 3 accordingly. And suppose you want to see how it has been spread out, the task has been spread out across your resources or your employees. What you can do is that you can go to people and then instead of bucket, sorry. Now let me see how the task has been assigned or split over various people in my team for sprint 1. So I am selecting the filtering the task by sprint 1 and then I'm grouping by people or assignment assigned to. Here I can see how the task has been splitted across various team members. Suppose if any of the team member who don't have any of the task, I can reassign a new task or I can balance something. And then another use of sprint is that suppose you have completed the sprint 1, you want to at the end of sprint 1, what you can do is that. So let me again group the task by sprint. And then I want to have sprint 1 task column. I want to have sprint 1 task column. And then let me change it to bucket. So here we have all the tasks for sprint 1. Uh, so what I'm going to add is I'm going to add two buckets. One is uh, went well. And then I am going to create another bucket called need improvement or need some retrospectives. So at the end of a sprint, what I can do is that as a manager, I can see what went well and what have not been went well, what are the improvements we need to do. So in this case, accordingly, I can move the task. Even though it is a completed task, I can move between various buckets and then I can do a retrospective on those on our current process. And then I can improve that for the next sprint 2. Uh, okay, so we have seen goals. Now, till now, we have seen how you can use Copilot to create a plan. And then inside the plan, the task has been automatically created and we have created the subtask. And then we have seen how you can use goals and then how you can use the sprints. Let me switch to, okay. Let's see how you can use it with Microsoft Teams. Uh, See, you can suppose if let me open Microsoft Teams. Let me open Planner. I have already opened a plan here. If you have pinned any of your plan in your Teams channel, you can use the team conversation itself. And once you have configured or if you have pinned your plan with your Teams channel, you can get notification in the Teams itself whenever a task has been assigned to you or if task is on due or someone make a changes or if they have change the priority or something, whatever it is, you will get notification in the Teams itself. So I think we have still few more minutes only. So let me jump on to the another main feature. Project manager AI, agent AI. So let's see how it can help for a manager. It has been recently introduced, and I don't see very much value or practical use as of now, but I still want to show a demo. Maybe in future, Microsoft going to improve this feature and it will going to be, right now it seems to be something like a placeholder they have released, but it will going to be improved over the time. So I want to have a different thing, create a marketing plan for a seasonal summer campaign showcasing a device product launch. Let me pin and then let me add it to a group. Okay. No problem. Let me use the one. Okay, a plan has been created using Planner Premium, the project manager with the project manager. Here, this feature will work only in Teams alone, not in the Planner web. You need to open Planner from the Teams. So in the project manager, I need to provide the goal. What uh, what is the requirement? What is my requirement? My requirement is I want to create a marketing plan for my summer campaign for a new device launch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give a goal and then I need to click uh, the regenerate task. What it will do is that it will create all the tasks. Let me move to grid. Sorry, let me move to board. You can see that the task has been created. And then here you can see a new type of bucket called assign to project manager. What I can do is that I can assign a specific task to project manager agent itself. Once I have assigned to it, what it will do is that it will start running this task. Once the task has been run, it will be moved to ready for review. So let's since it is taking time, I am going to open already completed task by the project manager. So here you can see the project manager agent uses the loop component in Microsoft 365, and then it provides all the inputs, the description of the task and what it has identified and everything inside the loop component itself. Suppose if you want to change something, what you can do is that, suppose if I want to rewrite into simpler terms, what I can do is that I can give a command, make a, like, make it, make it as simple and short. And then I want to convert this I want to convert this point one into table. So again, I can give a command like convert to table. Once I given the comments, I need to just click the regenerate. So again, what it will do is that it will work on the this agent A. It will A will regenerate the task. Okay. So currently it is running. Suppose if any of the task needs input from your side, then you can find those tasks in this bucket needs your input like that. So this is one thing. And then I want to show something like whiteboard. This whiteboard feature also will be available when you are using from Planner from Teams. So in whiteboard, I'm going to use Copilot. So it is suggesting, I'm asking task for online promotion. It is suggesting some task. Now let me insert it. So now what I'm going to do is that I'm going to categorize it. Okay, it has been categorized. You can see email marketing, website marketing, various things. You can notice that. And finally, what I can do is that I can have, I can select all these tasks and then, sorry, all these nodes and convert into task. You can notice an option called create task. Once I click the create task, it will be automatically added in the grid. So this is the newly launched project manager agent AI. We have seen whiteboard, and then finally I want to show something called reports. If you want to automatically send reports to you can use the project manager AI to generate reports also. So let's see how you can do. It can be a weekly report or a monthly report or quarter, whatever it is. You can select it and then you can just click the generate button. It will create a report. I have already created a report here. Let's see what it is. So it nicely generated an executive summary and what went well and what are the improvements and what are the action items and what are the things are in risk, everything. And finally, once it has been created, I can share it as a newsletter or I can copy it and paste it in an email and send it to my executive team. Hello, Smita, do we have time or time over?
The time is almost done. Thanks,
Okay, okay,
Narasimhan.
okay, okay. Sorry for that. Thanks a
No,
lot.
it's okay, completely fine. Yeah, thank
Yeah,
you for sharing this valuable sessions with us. It's really very informative how we can just boost our product team's productivity with Microsoft Planner. Yeah, thank you so much.
thank
If
you,
anyone
Smita.
is
Thank you.
having any query, then please feel free to ask it in the
Okay.
chat. I will just stop the recording. And with that,